Hello there. My name is Murray. I'm with my co-host Corey, and we
Hello.
are the Real Guys. And this is Siren Radio, and this is the Real Show with two E's. The music you just heard was "Live and Let Die," performed by Paul McCartney and the Wings from "Live and Let Die" in 1973. 1973, Corey. What was that like?
I don't know, Wanna.
No, you weren't, were you?
Was not around.
No, you weren't alive. We've got a packed show for you today for our special broadcast. As always, I'm accompanied by my co-host Corey. How are you?
Hello.
How are you doing today, Corey?
Good.
Good. So today, since last week's broadcast about the modern take on 007, Mr. James Bond, we'll be talking about the classic version of Bond, all the way back in 1962 with Dr. No to 2002 with Die Another Day.
We're going old
Yeah,
school.
a bit of classic Bond, nothing like it.
Well, I'd say old school.
A bit old school, you know.
Depends what Bond you're on about, if it's old school or not. But
yeah. But first, it's time for the return of our much requested segment, Good Film, Bad Review. Good film, bad review. Da, 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 da. Do you have a jingle?
We mentioned that in the first episode.
We should. Well, I think we should have a jingle.
We should try and make a jingle.
Da, 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 da. As always, I've trawled the depths of the film review website Letterboxd to give you only the best of the worst. So you can play along at home and try to guess which classic Bond film earned this bad review. And Corey, you'll also be, since you're the only one here, you'll also be playing with me.
Yes, I'll be playing along.
I'll be reading them, and you'll be trying to guess which bad film it is.
Shall
we kick it off? Shall we kick it off today with our classic Bond special?
Yeah, go for it.
Right. This is our first review coming out here. It's half a star.
Okay.
I'll read this verbatim. Oh no. I don't know whether it was the intensely dull, inordinately long expositionary scenes, or the Scooby Gang-esque incapability of our hero. But the Bond over does not kick off with a bang, Walter PPL or otherwise. Personal best moment, though, was when my partner in this journey paused the film and turned to me to say, just so you know, the villain about to enter on screen is supposed to be Chinese, but he's played by a Canadian white man. Prepare yourself. Onward. There you are. Okay. It's very flowery in its language. Okay. Also, I think they mispronounced Walther PPK. They put Walter PPL. The Scooby Gang-esque incapability.
Yes.
What's your train of thought here?
So, there's a few things that I mentioned which could help, but the gun specifically,
right,
could be helpful.
The Walter PPL.
Yes, because I'm pretty sure that's not in every single film.
No.
But the Canadian villain that's playing a Chinese man.
Yes.
Could be helpful if I knew who that was.
I'm trying to think
of what villains were Chinese.
Chinese, yeah. Just so I pictured this moment in my head that her partner or his partner paused the film and turned to me to say, just so you know, the villain about to enter on screen is supposed to be Chinese, but he's played by a Canadian white man. Prepare yourself.
See,
are you prepared?
First thing that comes to my head is the guy. It's the guy who plays. Well, his old job, but I'm pretty sure he is played by
a Chinese man. Yes, I believe
an Asian person. So it's not that.
I believe old job is played by an Asian man.
Who would it be?
Well, it can't be Goldfinger then.
No.
What others? No. It might be. Well, first off, maybe you need to narrow down which Bond it is.
Okay.
Is it Lazenby? Is it Roger Moore? Is it Timothy Dalton? Is it Sean Connery?
I don't think it's what's his name? The newest of the classics. I can't remember his name.
Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah, I don't think it's Brosnan.
It's not. I don't think Pierce Brosnan ever used a Walther PPK.
No, that's what I'm trying to think.
By that time, firearms had gone on a bit.
Okay. It could be. They mentioned something about the start or something.
Right.
They also said "Oh no," or said "Oh no," and I don't know if that's supposed to be a reference to Doctor No, and they're doing a
Oh,
joke. They
oh,
might be doing a joke,
oh, really?
possibly, but it also might be my head
Oh,
going
well,
too
you
far
never
into
know.
it.
It might be the way they intended it.
It could be. Um, you know what? Let's go for Doctor No.
We go for Doctor No. Is that your final
Let's
answer?
go for Doctor No. Let's go for the first Bond film.
All right. Are you locking that in? Is that your
I'm
final
gonna lock it
answer?
in.
Right. And you are correct.
Oh, okay. I don't know if they did that
You
intentionally or
are
not.
correct. You don't know if they did that intentionally.
Nice.
Oh, thank you.
I hope they did.
Well, I think they did.
But
Oh,
if they did,
back
then
in
thanks.
1962. It's Doctor No. It's a review for Doctor No. That was
So
very.
is Doctor No supposed to be Chinese?
I think he is.
Or going about someone else?
I never thought he was, but apparently he's supposed to be.
Well, he's played by a Canadian, so you won't know.
No, he's played by a Canadian white man, so I don't know, to be honest. But well done for
Okay, that's
that. That
good.
was very analytical.
Mm,
You broke that down very quickly. Now, our next review for
okay.
a classic Bond film is a 1-star review.
1 star. Okay.
1 star. Yikes! I did not like this movie at all, and at
Good.
all is in all capitals,
Okay.
with about, I don't know, 5 exclamation points.
Good.
Unfortunately, I'm not the biggest fan of Roger Moore either.
Okay, that helps.
That does help. Yikes, I did not like this movie at all. Unfortunately, I'm not the biggest fan of Roger Moore either. This person, not a fan of Roger Moore, apparently.
Okay.
That
But
may have influenced their opinion as to why this review
well,
is 1 star.
this helps and it doesn't help. It helps me in the sense of I know what Bond it is, but as far as I'm aware, there's no clues which will give me away what film it is.
No.
And he's in quite a few.
He is in quite a few. He's in
Now,
quite a few.
I don't know if you would have done this or not. Am I mistaken? And correct me if I am wrong. Is he the Bond in Live and Let Die?
He is the Bond in Live and Let Die.
Would you have picked that because that's the song we picked?
No, do you think at the start of the show I played that song purposefully to try and give you a clue as to which film this would be?
Maybe.
Well,
But then
Roger Moore spent 12 years as Bond.
I think if you did that, you would have put this one first and not put Doctor No first. When Doctor No was the first Bond film, so maybe we would put that one first.
Are you trying to psychoanalyze me?
Yep.
Corey, as to what I'm. I think that's some kind of meta game we've not really explored in this segment before.
Would you have done that?
Would I have?
I think you would have.
Right, you think I would have done that? Okay.
I think you would have done that.
You think this is a review for Live and Let Die?
For Live and Let Die.
Is that your final answer?
My final answer.
You're right, and you're incorrect.
Damn it!
It was The Man with a Golden Gun.
Oh, fair enough. They should have mentioned the Golden Gun in the fucking review. I would have got it then.
Oh dear. Well, they didn't mention it.
No, they didn't. No,
not in the freaking review. I'm afraid.
Shame.
Now this final good film bad review.
Yeah.
So let's see if you can get it, Corey, and see if the listener can get it as well. Now this is a 1-star review, and this one I picked purely for its hilarity. This review is very funny. 1-star review. Here we go.
Okay.
This movie sucks, and if you like it, you haven't watched it recently. Full stop.
Okay.
And then there's about a couple of paces below it. It says, "Okay, I thought I was going to leave it at that, but I'm coming back because I'm not done." The acting is terrible. The plot is completely stupid, and is in all caps. The fight scenes are just so bad. It makes me want to throw the whole TV away.
Nice.
What's your thoughts?
I mean,
This movie sucks, and if you like it, you haven't watched it recently.
I feel like I could just guess any of the Bond films.
You could. There's not really a lot of clues here.
There isn't.
But maybe it's from the terrible acting, the completely stupid plot, and the fight scenes are just so bad it makes them want to throw the whole TV away. Who's
Okay,
got bad fight scenes in their classic Bond?
I'm gonna try and analyze this again.
Right.
This has helped me before.
Okay.
I, I'm
Don't try and
I'm
psychoanalyze me
half.
again. That
I'm
meta
half.
game doesn't work.
So I don't know if. Okay, who would you have? I don't think it'd be Roger Moore because I don't think you would have picked two of his.
Mm.
So I can get rid of him. Dr. No was Connery.
He was Sean Connery, yes.
I don't know
Sean
if you would have
Connery.
picked another Sean Connery film.
No, I might not have.
So that leaves the others.
You only got 5 Bonds left. Well, no, 4 if we don't count Craig.
Yeah. Saying that, I don't think there was many other. I'm trying to think of fight scenes, and a lot of them. When I think fight scenes and Bond, other than Craig, I think Connery.
Right, you think
He's a
Connery.
very, very
Well,
fighty man.
he is a very fighty man. He will fight you in the street.
The only other thing I could think of with fight scenes is not Goldfinger as GoldenEye,
GoldenEye. That's Pierce Brosnan.
which I believe has a fight scene in it.
Yeah, he fights Sean Bean, doesn't he?
Yeah, I believe that's the one I'm thinking of.
He fights Sean Bean. He throws Sean Bean off that satellite, and then
Um,
Sean Bean lands on the ground, breaks his legs, and then the flaming satellite, lands on Sean Bean and kills him.
trying to think, yeah. He also fights an assassin.
He does. He fights. There's
Um,
loads of people in GoldenEye, isn't there?
Yeah, which is why I'm leaning towards GoldenEye.
Really? Okay.
There's
Okay.
a lot of fight scenes in GoldenEye.
A lot of gold in GoldenEye. Well, no, GoldenEye is the name of the satellite.
Yeah, there's a lot of gold and Goldfinger.
There is. There's also a lot of gold in Goldfinger. Could it be Goldfinger?
Could it be? Oh my god!
You're torn. You need to make a decision. I'm going to press you here.
Which gold is it?
I need you to make. Is it Goldfinger or GoldenEye? I need you to make a decision. It's 50-50 chance. Again, it's come down to this.
I'm gonna go for the better film, which is Goldfinger.
Goldfinger. And you are correct.
Okay, good. Because if I was wrong, I would have basically just analysed this whole thing and then just swapped at the end, and it'd been for nothing.
Oh dear. Well done. It was a 1-star review for Goldfinger.
It's better than the last time I did it. I only got one correct.
You did. Now you have 2 correct. You might be on a winning streak, perhaps.
Could I get 100% next time? Who knows?
You'll get 100. You will. You get 3 out of 3 next time, eh? One can only dream. Goldfinger, though, it's supposed to be the classic Bond film. Everyone thinks of Goldfinger.
Love Goldfinger.
Yeah. Now, as we know, the Bond franchise, throughout its many years, has many a cast and shown a lot of actors, character actors, big names, supporting cast, and many more. So, to test out the knowledge of the discerning classic Bond fan, I've devised a game called Was This Actor/Actress in a Bond Film, Yes or No? Yes or Dr. No?
Yeah, you should have said that.
I should have. We should have a Bond villain called Mr. Yes.
Mr. Yes.
And Dr. No. So, are you ready to play? Was this actress in a Bond film, Mr. No or Dr. Yes?
I'm as ready as ever.
I said it the wrong way round. Mr. No or Dr. Yes.
It's fine. We'll make our own canon. It's all right.
We will. We'll make our own. So let's play. And the listener at home could also play along. Now it's a simple question. It's a yes or no answer.
It's a yes or no.
You should just blast through these. I expect you to.
Okay.
Right, we're going to start off with a nice easy one.
Okay.
Now, very renowned British actor.
Okay.
We have Mr. Colin Salmon.
Yes
or no?
Colin Salmon.
Colin Salmon, yes or no?
Colin Salmon from Arrow, I believe.
Yeah, he is. I think he is in Arrow, isn't he?
I'm going to go with a Mr. Yes on that one.
Mr. Yes. And
Mr.
you are
Yes.
correct. It is Mr. Yes.
It's Die Another Day, I believe.
Yeah, Salmon played M's aide, Mr. Charles Robinson, in Pierce Brosnan's run as 007, in Die Another Day, The World Is Not Enough, and Tomorrow Never Dies.
Nice.
And also, I think he was in the running to actually succeed Pierce Brosnan as 007.
I can see it.
before Daniel Craig. I would
can
like
see
to
it.
see Colin Salmon as James Bond. Now we have another classic British actor here on was this actor / actress in a Bond film Mr. Yes or Dr. No?
Yep.
We have Ian McShane.
Ian McShane.
Ian McShane.
Ian McShane. Ian McShane.
From many a film, recently in the John Wick trilogy, which is very similar to James Bond in a way.
It is very similar to James Bond.
But was Ian McShane in a classic Bond film?
You know what? I'm going to say, I'm going to go Dr. No on that one.
You're going to go Dr. No?
I think it's one of them actors where people would want him to be,
right.
But he isn't.
And it is Dr. No. He has not been in a Bond film.
Okay.
Good job. So far, you're at 100% success rate.
I'm on it.
Right. Next we have a very famous comedy British actress.
Okay.
We have Jennifer Saunders.
Jennifer Saunders. What a pick.
Yes. Has she been in a classic Bond film? Sometimes they do get these comedy actresses and actors.
They do. She did do a parody of the Bond opening.
She did. Maybe.
She did. It was a couple of years back. It was years and years back. I'm gonna go Dr. No on that one.
Dr. No. And you are right. It is Dr. No.
I couldn't picture it in my head.
You couldn't picture it in your head.
Couldn't.
Well, so far you're doing great. You've got 3 out of 6.
I'm coming for the A star.
You're coming for the clean sweep.
I want top marks.
Yeah, you want the clean sweep. Maybe you, listener at home, are also getting the clean sweep, much like Corey is. But here we go with our next pick. For was this actor / actress in a Bond film, yes or no? On The Real Show with Siren Radio. So here we are. We have Dolph Lundgren.
Oh, famously of Rocky.
Ivan Drago.
Yeah. You see, he could be a big henchman.
Oh, he could be. Dolph
you know Lundgren. What? I'm gonna, because you mentioned the person who plays his son in Creed last week.
I did last week, correct.
I'm gonna say that Dolph Lundgren is not. I'm gonna go for a Dr. No here, because I think you wouldn't have made the Creed. You wouldn't have gone, oh, he plays his son in Creed. You would have gone, oh, he'll play his son in Bond. I think you would have made that.
Would I have done? Do you think I would have done that though?
I think so.
Or would I be such a freak to continuity that I would have known that Dolph Lundgren was in a classic Bond?
I think so.
So you're going to go with Dr. No on that one?
No, please.
Oh, I'm afraid it's Mr. Yes.
Damn it! What was he in?
He was. He played the henchman called Venz in
View to
a Kill.
Oh, great. Which
is one of Roger Moore's early outings as Bond.
You see, I don't know much about Moore.
Oh, now you've lost the streak, I'm afraid.
I have, but it's fine. I can get an A star. I can get an A still. It's fine.
You can get an A still, but you're missing out one. Who knows? Maybe the listener at home got that one. Here we are. Our next pick on was it actor / actress in a Bond film, Mr. Yes or Dr. No? We have the one, the only, Charles Dance. Charles Dance. Mr. Yes or Dr. No? First of all, I'll preface this by saying I love Charles Dance. I think he's an amazing actor. I'd love to have him on the show one day. He listens. I know you listen, Charles.
I don't think he does.
I don't think maybe he doesn't. I don't think he does.
Maybe if I get but what if he does? What if he does listen, and if I get this wrong, he won't come on?
Oh no, you need to get this right then.
Maybe I need to get this right.
You need to get this right then, or Charles Dance will be on the show.
I need to get it right, and you know what? I'm gonna. You know what? Charles Dance. Yes, he was Mr. Yes.
Mr. Yes.
Mr. Yes.
And you are right. It is Mr. Yes.
Right, that's it now. He's got to come on.
He's coming on.
He's got to come on.
Yes, Charles Dance played the assassin called Klaus in For Your Eyes Only.
Nice.
which is another one of
Roger Moore's.
Another one of Roger Moore's legacy. A great film, Real Eyes Only. Now, last one.
Last one.
Will you get this right?
Okay.
Now, has this actress been in a Bond film?
Okay.
Mr. Yes or Dr. No?
Dr. No. What we got?
Samantha Bond.
Okay, right.
No relation.
I see why you've picked this one.
Samantha Bond.
I see why you've picked this person.
Mr. Yes or Dr. No? No relation to James Bond.
Okay, well, ignoring the obvious link, I'm going for Mr. Yes. I believe she was. I believe she was with. Yeah, I think she was the later Bonds with Brosnan. I think.
Brosnan. You think you're going to go with Samantha Bond, Mr. Yes?
Yeah, Mr. Yes.
And you are right, Mr. Yes, indeed.
Am I correct in that she's in Brosnan's?
Yes, she is. Yes,
okay,
she
cool.
is. She played Miss Moneypenny in
nice.
GoldenEye, Die Another Day, The World Is Not Enough, and Tomorrow Never Dies.
Nice.
So well done on that one. Samantha Bond, no relation.
No relation.
To James Bond. But maybe she might be related to the man that James Bond is based off, James Bond.
Yeah.
Do you know about that story?
It's a possibility.
When Ian Fleming was writing the books for James Bond, he had an ornithology book or a book about birds or something.
Yeah.
And the author was called James Bond.
Well, maybe that's why they brought her in.
Or maybe she's related to James Bond, the ornithologist.
Maybe, or Bond's just a common last name.
Because Fleming, I think, wrote to Mr. James Bond and asked if he could use his name because his name just sounded perfect for the character. So there you go. Yes, Samantha Bond played Miss Moneypenny in all of Brosnan's Bond stories.
Oh well, that's good to know.
Yeah, it is pretty great, eh? And also, a good connection to the origin of James Bond's name. Very famous name. However,
very famous name.
Starting a new segment, a new precedent on The Real Show on Siren Radio with me, Murray, and him, Corey.
Yes.
We are going to be starting a new segment like no other. The movie versus series will pit the greatest characters against each other in a battle of strength, of wits, of intelligence.
Yes.
And we're going to start off with our inaugural movie versus, the Battle of the Bonds.
Battle of the Bonds.
Where we pit all 7 Bonds against each other. Now, we're not going for 9 Bonds.
No, we're not.
We're going for strictly the Bonds in cinema.
Yes.
So we're not counting like the 5 Casino Royales that were made before Casino Royale, or the British spoofs and Johnny English and Austin Powers. They're not going to be here either. We're taking the 7 Bonds of the big screen, and we're putting them together in a battle. There can only be one winner. Now, all movie versus. Let's clear out the rules, shall we, Corey?
Yeah.
All movie versus must take place in a standard basketball court.
Yes.
Now, why is that? Why is that, Corey?
It's an equal playing field.
Yeah, an even playing ground.
Even playing ground. No one has the high ground here.
No one has the high ground. No one has the advantage. It's all about your speed, your strength, and your skills.
Now, high ground, Anakin. Sorry, I just got Star Wars in my head.
Let's not throw in Star Wars. It's not yet. It's not Star Wars time yet.
That will happen at some point.
Probably, but no one can have the high ground. No one can have the low ground. There's no cover. Nowhere to hide. You're out there. You're in the open. You're on the basketball court. Now the rules: no gadgets or weapons. Mm-hmm. No one's got a laser watch. No one's got a gun.
No.
No one's got a car. No one's got a hat that turns into a Subudio table, or the watch that turns into a hamster. That's a reference to an Eddie Izzard skit. If you don't know what that is.
I was guessing you were making a reference to something now.
Yeah. The jam trousers. What's the point of them?
All the references today.
I know. He lands into what Bond does. Bond lands into like a pit of water, and he's surrounded by sharks. He has a little breathing apparatus. He puts it on. He swims away.
Oh, good.
Oh, what if he brought the wrong gadget? I've only got my jam trousers. Oh well, jam starts coming out of his trousers. The shark swimmer. Oh, he's wearing jam trousers. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, let's swim away, shall we? Oh yes. So back to Battle of the Bonds.
Battle of the Bonds.
No guns, no cars, and no
Nope.
assistants. You can't bring in anyone else.
Nope, just man on man.
So Pierce Brosnan can't bring in, Halle Berry
Hmm.
or whatever, because she was going to get her own spin-off film, I believe. Jinx, is that her name was?
Yeah, I think so.
She was going to get her own spin-off film, but unfortunately that never came to be. So our combatants for this morning, or this afternoon, our combatants are Sean Connery.
Yep.
Starting off with his first film, Dr. No. He was 32 years old. We're going for the age of which they started Bond.
Mm.
He was 32. He had 21 years as Bond. And he's 6'2". He's a tall man.
Tall.
Next, we've got David Niven. With only 1 year as Bond. He's 57 and he's 5'11".
Mm.
Combatant number 3, George Lazenby. For only one outing as Bond, he has 1 year. He is 30 years old, our youngest Bond.
Yeah.
And he's also 6'2". We have Roger Moore, the seasoned veteran. He's got 12 years as Bond. He's 46 and he's 6'1". Does it sound like I'm reading out like boxing competitors here?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Weighing in at, I don't know how much he weighs, but we've got Timothy Dalton, 41 with 2 years as Bond.
Mm.
He's 6'2". We've got Pierce Brosnan. He's 42. He's got 7 years as Bond. And he's 6'1". And then last, but by no means least, we've got Daniel Craig entering the fight. He's got 15 years as Bond. And he's 5'10". He's our shortest Bond. Who's going to win in the Battle of the Bonds in the basketball court? A lot of bees. A lot of Bonds.
A lot of bees.
A lot of Bonds on Bond, if you know what I mean. So they're all decked out in their suits.
Yeah.
They're in the basketball court. And they must fight to the death. There can only be one winner. Who's walking away?
Who's walking away? So,
well, first off, who can we just disregard? Who's going to go down easy?
Yeah. So, going through the list, I think there's a couple that will probably go.
David Niven's not lasting long. I'm sorry.
No, Niven's going.
Niven is the oldest. He's only got 1 year. There's people who are taller than him. People who are probably more skilled than he is. He's going to go down pretty quickly.
I think Niven can go. I think Roger Moore can go.
Oh no!
Quite quickly. Because
no, I'm going to fight you on that. I'm gonna throw my objection into the ring. Roger Moore is not going to go down easily.
Well, not only was he in his 40s, he's tall, but he doesn't really fight. in many of the Bond films,
he's
quite thin.
Punch, but
he's quite thin. He's not really athletic either.
Oh, well, Roger Moore's fought against some tough villains.
He has.
You got to judge who are they going up against as well. Who are they taking on? And he's fought Christopher Walken's crazy Max Zorin, his crazy villain. He's fought other tough villains through his years. Mm-hmm. I think Roger Moore will not go down easy. But I do agree, he doesn't do a lot of fighting.
He does not.
And especially in a match where there's no guns and no gadgets.
No.
Roger Moore, he might be on the losing side, but he will not go down. He will not go down very easily. But maybe, I'm not sure. It's a tough call to make.
I mean, I think if we're going obvious, Craig is lasting.
Craig's lasting a while. As is probably Pierce Brosnan.
Connery's lasting a while.
Connery. I'm gonna fight you on that as well.
Oh God, here we go.
Connery, he has got the longest run as Bond.
Yeah.
He is only 32 with Dr. No.
He's young, yeah.
He's young. He's sprightly.
He's tall.
He knows a little bit of judo.
He's tall.
As you notice, I'm doing the international symbol for judo, the karate chop. The karate chop.
Yeah, that's famous judo move.
He fights that. Yeah, famous judo move. He fights that man with the kendo stick.
Mm.
He fights Oddjob.
Yeah.
But But would Sean Connery might last? It'll certainly last longer than Lazenby.
He also, fun fact, used to be a bodybuilder before
Did
he played
he?
Bond. Yeah.
Oh, maybe that might give him the strength advantage in the
because
fight.
obviously, like Craig, he has the scene where he's at a beach, he's got his shirt off. You can tell he's muscular.
Yeah, he's buff. He's real buff.
But Connery he's got the functional muscles. He has the strength. He has
the strength to outlast. I think David Niven is easily going down first.
Yes.
I think George Lazenby, he's young, he's tall.
Yeah.
But he doesn't do a lot of fighting.
No, don't.
I think George Lazenby might be going down second.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Then maybe it might be Roger Moore. I'll admit, after a couple of opponents go down, Roger Moore will be in the firing. Will be in the firing line. Connery is going to set his sights on him and just take him down. Take him out.
Take him out.
Yeah, Roger Moore. I'm sorry. R.I.P. VIP. Roger Moore. Rest in peace. I love you. But yeah, Roger Moore is going to have to go down, I'm afraid. Sean Connery is going to take him down.
Yeah.
Then I think Connery needs to go. Connery is going to go down, probably. Because look, we've got Dalton, we've got Brosnan, we've got Craig. They're sort of later in Bond's career. The choreography improves, his fighting skill improves. You know, it's no longer the 60s where you can knock 20 men out with one punch. You know, this isn't the Maltese Falcon where you can slap and punch people and they go down immediately.
Okay.
This is like tough, like, you know, Daniel Craig drowns men in sinks. Daniel Craig beats up Dave Bautista and throws him off a train.
Yeah.
Daniel Craig, you know, kills people with his bare hands on more than one occasion. Daniel Craig chokes that man out in the stairwell. Daniel Craig's an effective killer, and he's gonna take out Sean Connery, I think, along with maybe Brosnan might help him. Brosnan might help him as well, because Brosnan's a pretty good fighter as well. I think he's got the skills.
Maybe.
Yeah, but I'm thinking Dalton versus Brosnan. That's going to be pretty even.
I'm thinking Dalton's winning it.
You think Dalton's winning it?
Yeah.
Dalton's a bit younger. Dalton's a bit taller. I think Dalton might edge.
Dalton's a bit more grittier.
Yeah, Dalton will be grittier, but it's tough. The battle will be tough between Brosnan and Dalton. The battle will be tough, and I think Dalton is walking away, but he's a bit banged up. He's a bit hurt by the battle. But Brosnan is gonna bite the dust here, I'm afraid. Brosnan's Bond is gonna go down. So now we've got our final three. I think we've whittled it away. It's been a tough battle, but now it's between Sean Connery, James Bond, 007, and Timothy Dalton and Daniel Craig. All their three James Bonds, you know, they're squaring up to each other. Who's gonna walk away? I think. Oh,
see, this is where I think we differ.
Yeah, I think we differ here. Timothy Dalton, again, very gritty, very tough Bond. He's been beaten by, you know, a lot of tough guys, a lot of tough villains, a lot of scary villains, a lot of strong villains. He might outlast Sean Connery, but are they going to outlast Daniel Craig?
Yeah, this is the thing. Have any of us, as in us two, picked Dalton to win?
I've not picked Dalton to win.
Neither have I.
No, so Dalton's going down, I'm afraid.
Yep.
Sorry, Timothy Dalton fans. He was great in Hot Fuzz, but he's gonna have to bite the dust here.
See, this is where
Daniel Craig versus Sean Connery.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Timothy Dalton, but you're out the game now. We're not gonna have him on the show. He doesn't listen to us. He doesn't listen to us. But neither does Pierce Brosnan. But Sean Connery versus Daniel Craig. It's the final battle of the Bonds. Now it's winner take all. There can only be one winner. Now, can I ask this question? Is Sean Connery intoxicated?
For God's sake.
Is he drunk? Has he been drinking before the fight? Has he been having his vodka martini shaken not stirred?
He's done whatever will make him stronger.
I can't believe. Also, we've spent probably more than an hour discussing James Bond, and we've never said vodka martini shaken not stirred.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But now I have, so we've
Now you
fulfilled
have.
that quota.
Tick that off the list.
He's not been drinking his vodka martinis. No, he hasn't. He's in prime fighting condition, is he?
He is. He's primed up.
Right. So it's Sean Connery versus Daniel Craig. I think. Oh well, I can tell I can smell the whiff of Connery in the air.
I am Team Connery on this
You're
one.
Team Connery. I'm Team Craig.
Yes, I knew we'd differ on this.
I will let you argue your case first.
Okay, so, what was the age of both of them when they started?
Connery, when he started with Dr. No in 1962,
Yep.
is 32.
32.
Daniel Craig's a little bit older, with only 38 when he did Casino Royale in 2006.
Okay, so there's 6 years. There's obviously the height advantage.
Yes. Sean Connery is tall. He's 6'2". He's a tall man. And Daniel Craig is only 5'10".
If you really want to get down to it, but also therefore means he's probably got less reach, I would assume.
Right. You're thinking in terms of like what's his boxing prowess here?
Yes. But I am, as much as Craig looks more built.
Yes.
I would argue
deadly.
that because of the background of bodybuilding from Mr. Connery, which is surprising. I realised or found out that he does that, or did that. I doubt he does it anymore. I don't think he's like Arnold, where he just keeps going.
No, he's not like Arnie. But I think I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Sean Connery is tough as a $2 steak, as Jim Ross would say. He's very wily. He's very nifty. He's very cunning.
Yeah.
In a fight. But I think Daniel Craig has just beaten men to death.
Yeah.
Daniel Craig has taken on like the African military. Daniel Craig's chased men through construction sites and bust through walls and jumped over loads of stuff. Daniel Craig has like blown up men and I've seen that moment in Casino Royale.
We're taking real life into this, correct?
No, with James Bond I'm talking about.
No, but like we're also taking real life into consideration.
Yeah,
correct?
We are taking real life into consideration.
Right, I've
Craig
done some research.
Is a buff man.
I've done some research.
He's tough. He's only 5'10". He's our shortest Bond, but I think he's got the willpower and he's got the strength to outlast Sean Connery's attack. Sean Connery might get a few good licks in. He might get a few good strikes, but I think without his gadgets and without his weapons, I think Sean Connery might be at a loss.
I've looked something up.
Right.
And I think we've not taken someone into consideration.
Who haven't we taken into consideration?
We might have to go back on this.
No. Well, we rolled it down. It is Connery versus Craig.
How old was Lazenby?
Lazenby was only 30 when he started.
Apparently, he was in the Australian Special Forces and taught unarmed combat.
Oh God!
So
he's back. He's not dead. He's coming back.
I think we might have to bring it. I think we underestimated him.
We might have. He got taken out second. I've written here.
Jesus.
He's got taken out second. Lazenby, he's not dead. He's getting back up.
I might have to vote for him now.
He might take out Sean Connery.
Yeah.
It might be Lazenby versus Craig.
Right. Okay. Here's what happens. Lazenby isn't dead. He comes back up, takes out Connery. He's took his place. And that's Lazenby versus Craig.
That was Lazenby versus Craig. He does that cool thing where he walks up behind him and breaks Sean Connery's neck. Now it's George Lazenby and there's the fight. He's back
versus Daniel Craig. Oh man.
Now he's back. What a twist! What a
twist!
What a twist! George Lazenby's got him back up. He's not dead. He's only down. He's only injured. He takes out Sean Connery, and now it's Lazenby versus Craig for the Battle of the Bonds.
Who would have thought it? Who would have thought it?
Who would have thought it? What a twist! What a massive twist! Who's gonna take the title of the winner of the Battle of the Bonds? There can only be one winner. Oh, well, I said that Lazenby didn't do a lot of fighting. Didn't do a lot of fighting in his movie.
No, but in real life, jeez.
In real life, he's a deadly man. He's an effective weapon.
Yeah.
He might steamroll Daniel Craig.
He might.
We might be crowning George Lazenby. But I think
this is going to be an unexpected turn.
It might be a bit of a Cinderella story, if you know what I mean.
We take him out second, he comes back in the end to win it all.
He comes back in the end to win it all.
The underdog story.
Right, okay, let's think about their bonds for a second.
Yeah.
George Lazenby Bond, again, he's only had one film. He's only had one film on Her Majesty's Secret Service.
Right? That could help him.
I suppose he
might want to prove himself.
I mean, he did fight against Blofeld.
You might want to be like, oh, you know what? I've had one film. I'm going to prove myself and beat everyone else.
Blofeld was the villain on Her Majesty's Secret Service. That's I don't know, but I think Daniel Craig's had the longer run as Bond.
He has.
He's sort of the modern gritty take, but I think George Lazenby might come with the edge. I
think he will.
You think he'll come with the edge?
I think he will
in the battle. It's tough. It's tough to think.
I think he'll do whatever it takes.
You think he will? You think he might?
I think he'll just do whatever it takes.
You know what?
Whatever means.
I'm willing to. It's the Cinderella story. We've got to do it.
Yeah.
We've got to give it to George Lazenby.
George Lazenby.
George Lazenby. He's been overlooked. He's been underrated. He's come back in the end. It's George Lazenby. George Lazenby will win.
Who would have thought it?
Who would have thought it? What a twist. What a twist here on The Real Show on Siren Radio, broadcasting out to the nation. George Lazenby has won the Battle of the Bonds.
Jeez.
He takes out. It's a tough fight. George Lazenby barely gets his licks in, and he just beats down on Daniel Craig and wins.
God, first winner.
He's the first winner of Movie Versus is the crowning George Lazenby as the winner of the Battle of the Bonds.
God, who would have thought it?
I can't believe it.
No,
Who'd have thunk it?
I thought it was out.
Who'd have thunk it? I thought he was down. But he got
I thought he was out, and then I happened to come across this little bit of information, and that's it. It's back in.
He's back in. He kept on fighting. He pushed through it. He did it. He won. George Lazenby, you're our winner. Your James Bond wins the Battle of the Bonds. Oh, it's a tough battle. There's a strewn of bodies around him. You know, Sean Connery, he did a lot. He took out a few guys. Roger Moore, Timothy Dalton, Pierce Brosnan. No match for Daniel Craig or George Lazenby. But commiserations to our losers. Commiserations to second place Daniel Craig. But George Lazenby has won our first movie versus in the Battle of the Bonds.
Jeez.
What an intense match.
I know, right?
What an intense match. I'm moving on to another intense piece of cinema. We've got our weekly rec.
Yep.
So every week we decide to recommend either a song or a show or a film, a great piece of cinema, a great piece of a great reel for all of you guys to go out and look for, go out and listen to, go out and watch. So Corey, what is our weekly rec for this week? Is it in line with the theme?
It is in line with the theme.
Okay, classic Bond. So what have you got for us?
Today, I have Goldfinger.
Goldfinger the film?
Yes.
Ah, the Goldfinger.
Now, don't get worried. The bad review from earlier does not describe the film.
Does not do it
Goldfinger.
Justice.
It's
well,
not.
Right. Why? What's the real take? What is your real take on Goldfinger for our weekly rec this week?
I think, obviously, like we spoke last week about how Craig is, in some people's eyes, he is the James Bond, right? Yeah. You think of James Bond and Craig. I think of Craig, but I also think of Connery. I think anyone out of the classics and the old Bond, he is by far the best Bond as far as an actor goes.
Right, okay.
And I think Goldfinger is the film that stands out of all of his that he's done. the that helps is helped by the songs and which we'll get onto later, and the scene where like he wakes up and I forgot the actress's name, but she's solid gold at that point.
Oh yeah.
Which is one of the scenes when I think of Bond. That's one of the first things that pops in my head.
Yeah, it's a very iconic image.
It is, and it's just a really good kind of good Bond film to start with. And then you can go to other places. You can go to your new Bonds, your older Bonds, and But
Yeah.
I would suggest if anyone's going to go watch any Bonds, it be that one.
Directed by Guy Hamilton.
Yep.
With Honor Blackman as the very famous Pussy Galore.
Yeah.
And Gert Frobe as Goldfinger himself. And Harold, I might butcher this, but Harold Sakata as Oddjob, probably one of the most famous henchmen. With his flying disc hat.
His flying hat, exactly.
His flying hat with a razor blade on it.
Yeah.
It's a great henchman gimmick. I love that henchman
gimmick.
It's
fantastic.
Because often a henchman will have like Jaws has the big jaws.
Yeah, exactly.
And I actually looked this up. Inspector David Batista's henchman has like stone thumbs.
Yeah.
I didn't notice the first time.
I didn't.
But he has stone thumbs, so when he gouges your eyes out, it really hurts.
Yeah.
But Oddjob, I think he's got a nice amount of clothing, and that's really cool. It just looks like a hat, but when he throws it, cuts your head off or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
So also the theme. The theme of everyone remembers Goldfinger.
Yeah, exactly. It's a classic theme.
It's got 99% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Good.
It's got a 7.7 out of 10 on IMDb. 88% of Google users like the film. But what is the real rating?
So I'm going to give it the real rating of 7 reels out of 10.
Oh, not our highest.
It's not.
What have you given it 7 reels for then? How does it earn the 7 reels?
It's one of the things where like obviously it's Bond, and most Bond films aren't normally my cup of tea, which is maybe why for me it's not higher.
Right.
But I think it's still a solid film. It's one of the ones where like you can put it on, and you can have it on, you can watch it, and it's just a good watch.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
You think it's a good time of a film, Goldfinger? Yeah,
exactly. And like you said, Oddjob's great, Connery's great, and the whole film is just really, really good.
Yeah, it's. I don't think it's. Almost, there's a lot to enjoy in Goldfinger. Yeah. It's not just Sean Connery's Bond. It's Pussy Galore. It's Ulrich Goldfinger himself. It's the villain. Yeah. It's the fun Goldfinger villain. Of course, everyone loves Goldfinger himself. On many people's rating lists on the internet of their favorite Bond villains, Goldfinger is the highest. Yeah, exactly. It's just a really good, fun, solid movie. Right. So to play us out, on The Real Show on Siren Radio with me Murray, and him Corey, what is the song that will play us out today? So I think it's only fitting that we play us out with the title song from Goldfinger, the Bond theme, which is named Goldfinger. Who would have guessed it? Which was released in 1964. Oh wow! Sung by the amazing Shirley Bassey. Now, excellent. So to play us out today on The Real Show, Siren Radio, part 2 of our James Bond special, we will be playing you out with Shirley Bassey's Goldfinger from 1964's Goldfinger. Yeah. Goodbye, everyone. Bye.